those who call themselves anti-woke or conservatives, who make fun of wokeness and whatnot, and then lambaste the LGBT and the trans and whatnot. When it comes to Iran, they suddenly become LGBT activists.
Yeah.
And they do the same with Syria and the same with Russia. What about the gay rights in Iran? They're throwing people off cranes. You hear the same thing.
And they're very obsessed with Muslim women for some reason. That they want for Muslim women to walk without clothes. What's wrong with them? Really?
This is one. If you listen to Tommy Robinson and the kind of far right in Britain and in the US, one of the big complaints from the extremists is, look, they don't allow their women to be free. Like the colonial soldiers saying, you won't let us have access to your women. I mean, this is almost the sort of meta level gripe that Western men have, because they want the women to be completely gratuitous in their liberal expressions. What makes me laugh more is the hypocrisy of those in the West that call themselves conservative. And conservative, there's a whole set of values. One of those values is you don't want to, over sexualize society and your children, and you don't want your wife and so forth. You're conservative. You want to sort of, dial it down because that says something about your values, your family values. Yes. But they want to project this wild Western, out of control progressivism on the Middle East and Iran, and they want it to go turbocharging there because they see that as a way to weaken Islamic culture, Middle Eastern culture, and soften it up to become more Westernized. And again, this is back to that kind of colonial mentality of, I would say, not just American exceptionalism, but this was called back in the days of Teddy Roosevelt, vindicationism, which is mean that America has broken free of its colonial chains. It's now a world power, and now it's been vindicated that the American system is so good and so successful that we need to export that to the world and evangelize the American Western system to the world. And I think this is like just the latest iteration of that thing that's been going on for like 120 years in America. The neocons had their version of it. Obama, Samantha Power have their version of it, which is democracy and, freedom and that. And then now they're doing it with NGOs and Soros and weaponizing identity politics, gender, sex, and things like that. So it's just, to me, the latest episode in this long-running imperial saga.